Hello guys, what's going on? In this video, I'll be talking about why I decided to be a lawyer. So the first thing that I want to talk about in terms of, deciding to be a lawyer is, you know what? I really didn't decide. I found myself in law school, and a lot of you will be asking questions of, wait, how is that even possible that you found yourself in law school? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a little story about how, this happened to me. I was around 19 years old, 18, 19 years old, and I had no clue about what I'm going to do next in life. So I took a gap year, all right? By the end of the gap year, I was still confused, believe it or not. And I wanted to do so many things at once. I found myself inspired by so many people out there. I want to be a good doctor. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a teacher. I want to be so many things. At the end of the day, I was stuck. So what happened is my mother, she told me, why not just enroll in law school? And if you don't like it, you can drop out and we won't blame you for any of that. Just try. She kind of saved my life with that. So what I did, I was like, what the hell? What am I going to lose? There's nothing to lose. So I enrolled. And the moment I enrolled, I fell in love with the subjects, the tort law, the negligence, the criminal law, the civil law, the constitutional law. All that to me was like, heaven is a place on earth. And of course, to you, it might sound ridiculous, but we're all different. I just didn't know what would have inspired me. Maybe if I enrolled in med school, I wouldn't have liked it the same way I liked law, and I never regretted actually, doing this and getting into law school. Now, it's very important to say that, this is doesn't really happen all the time. A lot of people get this a wrong way. So for instance, they enroll in something and they just want to try it, but they end up deciding something that, doesn't fit them at all. So, for instance, if you look at med school, it's not easy to become a good doctor or just to graduate because it needs a lot of time spent studying, and people find themselves in second or third year, just completely regretting that, and they drop out and try something else. To me, that didn't happen in law school. I enrolled, I loved it immediately. I worked so hard and I graduated with high honors. Now, the question is, why did I stay in law school, not just drop out? Okay, I understand, I loved it, but what drove my incentive or motivation to keep going forward? What is it that kept me going? Now, if you think about it, I would say, for instance, the reputation. Like, I liked being called a lawyer, and I worked so hard for me to graduate and one day to be called a lawyer. So I have a lot of other, views for when it comes to graduation and for when it comes to studying. I want to do my PhD one day, my master's degree too. So I don't really want to stop at bachelor's of law. I want to keep going to get a PhD, and I'm inspired and motivated to do that. And guess what? At the current moment, like nowadays, I don't really work as a lawyer 100%. I work part-time lawyer and a full-time teacher. So this is another reason that I want to talk about why I liked doing law and why I found myself, it's a win-win in every single situation any way you look at it, I win. What I'm trying to say is that if you study law, there are so many jobs out there for you that you could do. It's not only, litigating, going to court and, doing all that stuff that you see on TV, which by the way is complete nonsense. Like the Harvey Specter Suits show, that's 90% BS. So being a lawyer allows you to become a diplomat. You can, just have a law firm. You can work in a law firm. You can start up a law office if you're, good with the money or if you have experience. You can become a teacher. You can lecture at university. You can work in an embassy. You can, work in administration, in HR, in marketing, even, believe it or not, because this is one thing that law school teaches you. It is to know how to sell yourself, because law is not only about litigating. As you become more of a senior, you start selling your law firm services, right? And that, guess what, is marketing. So you can become that too. So there are so many things out there that you could do with a law degree. And this is why I kept going. And this is why I want to keep studying law. No matter what I do in life, it is a very much prestigious degree to have that allows you to, get out there and, just spread your knowledge even, and learn, and, and teach like I'm doing. If I'm thinking further about why I stayed in law school, I would say that I was also, just like you, inspired by so many TV series. So from the moment I enrolled at law school, I, started watching all these movies and series that is, like, showed these amazing lawyers wearing those amazing suits and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, man, I want to be that. And later on, when I graduated, guess what? It's not even as close as that. Like, it's completely the opposite. It's all paperwork and stuff, but I still enjoy it. So if you're not a good reader, for instance, I highly doubt that you would like law, because law means I gotta read a lot, I gotta learn a lot, and a lot of people don't really like doing that. They prefer watching stuff, or just, using logic to get their answers. I, on the other hand, like to read stuff related to law. I like fiction. I also write. Writing is something that also kept me going, because I like to write. I write poetry in my free time. I have a novel that I still didn't publish. So writing is something that I'm inspired by. So because of that, law school was made easy. Don't get me wrong, law school isn't easy at all. And if you want to do it, then make sure that, you really want to do it, and not just, get in there like I did because I was lucky. So writing is a skill that is majorly required to become a good lawyer. Writing, reading, analyzing. Another reason why I loved, doing law, and why I stayed in law school, is because it taught me the ability to read people's minds. And don't get it that way. It's not like I'm, like getting into your mind and stuff. No. It's like just knowing when people want to talk to you because they need something, knowing when people are there for you because they care for you. And that is a life skill set that people usually learn with experience. But to me, it was something that actually I learned at law school. So at the end of the day, I don't really regret going to law school. On the contrary, I love law school. I love that I have graduated with high honors. The university that I went through helped me so much to get where I am today. And now I am just a human being who's 28 years old, who's out there and can do whatever they want because they have a law degree. Of course, I have my own limitations because I can't work as a doctor or something, but I have so many career plans and paths that I can just, pursue and walk down these roads not taken, and do something that the ones before me haven't. And that's why I enjoy law school. Guys, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.